Hi everyone, I'm Ryan Lund, and welcome to another episode of the Supper Club Social, where we review restaurants, movies, and TV shows, and talk about cocktails, home bars, and pop culture. Now the co-host you've all been waiting for, he is the Roy in steroid. You better avoid his bus like an asteroid. The one, the only, Roy Smith.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Very sweet, very sweet.
Well, I do my best, Roy.
Yeah,
you know. I had
do
a lot
what you
of
can.
Roids to choose from,
No,
Altoids,
there's not.
Deltoids.
Yeah.
I settled on
I used to work my
asteroids.
deltoids back in the day.
Yeah. Well, you probably were taking steroids.
No.
No? Okay.
No. It's frowned upon in the military, Ryan.
Yeah, that'd get you probably kicked out, I'd imagine. They've got some pretty strict rules on how to get in there, I've heard.
I don't think so anymore.
Well,
I think they used to.
Thanks a lot. I almost said thanks a lot, Bin Laden, like in The Hangover, but it's thanks a lot, Putin now.
Yeah, that's what they're going with.
Anyways, well, welcome to episode 10
Yes.
of the Supper Club Social.
The season finale.
Yeah. Wow.
Of the first season.
We've done 10 episodes.
Yes.
I think this all started, we had some ideas, and then I texted you, like, let's just start it and hit the ground running like we know what we're doing.
And we did.
I think
we started with your friend Ozzy Tells All's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Yeah.
we're like, we've done this twice. Like, we're pros.
Yeah,
Let's just do our own.
We got it. We got a couple $100 to get some gear. Let's just get it going.
Yeah. It's been fun so far.
Yeah, I think so. I guess right off the top, we may as well say this will conclude season 1 of Supper Club Social. I don't think there'll be too much of a break, maybe a week or two.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff going on with schedules changing, with sports starting up with the kids, so
I've
we got to figure that out.
I've got a couple of fun new segments. I think I can't lay them on you because my phone's recording, but I think you're gonna like it.
Well, you're just gonna drop it on me later, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
So,
We'll have
if
to wait and see,
anybody
people.
has any critiques on season 1, you can go ahead and not tell us, because season 2 is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
So,
I guess it will be.
different segments, same idea.
Yeah.
But let's get into some weekly memes, Roy.
All right.
You
Let's
got
do it.
some funny stuff
You
for
don't have
me?
any encounters?
Oh, earthly encounters.
I feel like we've skipped that one the last couple of times.
Yeah, we have. I always have run-ins with the public or normal people. Let me think for a sec. This one I can't really sum up very well, but basically I've listened to this one podcast, it's called Astonishing Legends. And it's a really popular podcast, or at least it was. I've listened to it since like 2012 or something like that. And long story short, somebody made a post on their fan group page of like, this podcast isn't as good as it used to be.
Yeah.
And it got deleted, and then the admin like brought it back so people could have the conversation and stuff. So I made a comment. I'm like, yeah, I love you guys, but inner workings, blah blah blah. And, I kind of critiqued them. And then today I got probably like a 5-paragraph long response from the host. And I haven't digested it yet. And there's a few other moving parts with this human interaction that it's too long to say here, but I'm going to read it and respond accordingly.
Was it?
It's basically saying, like, we have been doing the same thing, you've changed, but our lives have changed also, so we have the right to change the show. But in another post he did, he literally said, you guys listen if you want to. We're going to keep doing what we do.
Yeah.
So it's a little confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was just cool that he responded. I don't think I've ever typed that long of a comment on Facebook before. So, but that's my little dust up. I don't usually like to wander into that type of or what do you call it? A confrontation on Facebook. But I just told him, I don't know. Maybe he's right. Maybe my habits have changed, but I don't know. I've listened forever and loved the show forever, and then all of a sudden you're just like, it's just not that good anymore. I think once you get that big and you're just reading, you got so many fans. You got to put out a new show, and whatever. I don't know. I'm not. What do I know? I've just done like one full season of a podcast, so it basically makes me an expert. But
Well,
All right.
Everyone's an expert,
So,
Ryan.
yeah.
Everyone's a fucking expert.
Everyone's a fucking expert.
All right, well, I don't have any.
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause I'm
thanks.
just-
You just baited me.
Yeah.
You don't got anything?
I'm out in Cheney, man. Nothing fun happens. It's just college kids. They swipe their card. They sit down. They're too busy studying flashcards and listen to rap music or whatever
Oh,
they listen to.
I've got another one from work. I just can't help kind of being helpful sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy's I show up to clean the windows, and he's raking the rocks out of the grass from where the snowplow plows their gravel driveway. And I was like, hey, I got this kick-ass blower in the back of my truck. I'd love to see you just clean this lawn up and be out of here in a jiffy.
Yeah.
And he, normally people kind of are like, no. And he's like, you think you would do it? I was like, yeah. I just feathered 10,000 pounds of dog poop out of my backyard.
Yeah.
It's going to do some gravel. So he blew the lawn the whole time I was cleaning the windows. It was pretty cool. They've been customers for a long time, but I hadn't ever met the husband because he's always been at work. But
Did you charge him for the use of your leaf blower?
no, he did. He gave me a generous tip.
Oh, nice.
I will say I was very appreciative, and of course I tried to decline because I just got enough satisfaction out of loaning my blower. But anyhow, that's all I got, Roy. That was more of a positive note.
That was a positive one. The other one kind of brought me down.
Yeah,
A real Debbie Downer.
I'm gonna finish season 2. I'm gonna give you the conclusion on that one. So I'm gonna respond to him.
That'll be episode 1 of season 2, the conclusion of your
in my Facebook.
battle over podcast supremacy. Yeah. All right.
All right, let's meme
Let's
it
hop
up
into
here.
some memes.
Let's lighten it up.
All right. So we watched the show You. So if you've watched it,
You.
yes, it's so good. Have you finished this last season yet?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
Well, anyways, this has nothing to do with the show. It's just the actor that plays the main character, Joe, and he's must be at an award show, and it says, "Y'all, Taylor Swift is in danger," because he's sitting right next to Taylor Swift at some awards ceremony or something. So, if you watch the
does
show,
he have the hat on in it?
no, but
Okay,
he's got
that's
his
just
creepy smile.
Yeah.
So,
It's
she's
his
the one.
infatuation. Grin,
Yes.
Yeah.
So, she might be in trouble.
Anyone? What do they call Taylor Swift? Any of you Swifties out there? Go
Swift.
check on your girl.
Yeah, or her squad.
I think they're Swifties.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I mean,
the Swifter.
get with it.
This next one I have.
Everybody knows
It's
that.
the famous photo of Leonardo DiCaprio when he's sitting in a chair with his drink and cigarette and he's pointing at the TV. Is it from the Wolf of Wall Street?
Man,
Or is it
I
from
actually
The
don't
Aviator
know.
Or something. Anyways,
I don't know.
everybody knows the photo. It's
Yeah.
like 1,000 memes. And this one, it's when you rewatch an older movie and recognize an actor with a smaller role who broke through later.
Yeah.
Which I did that all week this week.
Oh man.
Rewatching Band of Brothers.
Sometimes I think whoever I'm watching a movie with is just gonna walk out of the room.
Yeah. Oh, Andrew's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means nothing to me.
She doesn't know any of
Yeah,
them.
well, she did get Donnie Wahlberg,
Well,
but he's gotten either they did some really good makeup on him in that, or he's really de-aged
in
over the years
Band of Brothers.
because he looks like he's 20 years younger now.
Yeah, they
In
put his
real
face
life.
through a meat grinder in the makeup
They do.
department in that show.
They had to have. But anyways, and then Sorry Not Sorry for any of my Seahawk-loving friends.
Oh, how dare you!
But it's the movie poster for Sleepless in Seattle, but it's Pete Carroll with Meg Ryan's hair.
Yeah.
And Russell Wilson looking down at him. And it says Russell-less in Seattle. And I love it. I can't get enough of those memes.
Do you remember my one I sent you back that you thought?
Yeah.
Do you just care to share?
Hopefully Garoppolo or something like that.
Yeah, but still Garoppolo.
Yeah. And then this next one is from Ryan, but since his phone's recording, he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
It's the poster for Boba Fett.
Oh.
And it's Star Wars, the book of Bubba Fett. And it's Forrest Gump and Bubba.
Bubba Gump shrimp.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Shrimp Creole, shrimp and grits, shrimp and potatoes.
And this other one, which it's a little devastating, to be honest.
Yeah.
If you watch the YouTube video, you'll see it.
Yeah.
But it's a reminder
Oh my gosh.
that this is Boba Fett without his helmet. And it's the actor who played Boba Fett
Yeah.
in the original Star Wars movies, and it looks like it could be like Kip from Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, pretty, like a 60-year-old
Yeah.
Kip.
So it's kind of devastating.
It's
but
hard
still,
to accept that he's the one that mastered the arm cross.
Yeah.
You know? That was Boba Fett's move for
Yeah. So if you want to be devastated with your childhood memories of how badass Boba Fett was, skip this one.
Right. A mask can hide a lot.
Yeah. And that's all we got for the memes.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of them, but
I sent my dad this one. I was on a dog video. Do you ever get like just, you know how we get a ton of Star Wars ones?
Yeah.
Every now and then I'll get like a ton of dogs doing weird stuff. It's this dog like sitting on the couch like a normal person.
Yeah.
And he's got a bone hanging out of his mouth, so it's like this huge cigar, and he's a Weimaraner looking dog, and he's just staring at the TV like this. And then the camera shows the TV, and it's like an episode of Scooby-Doo where he's getting, it's just, maybe Facebook knows something about my Scooby-Doo love. I don't know. I haven't watched Scooby-Doo in forever, but those two.
Oh, really? Sully watches it like every day, the movie, the newest animated movie.
That's funny. None of the kids watch it like it.
Oh, it's like his favorite thing.
I'm just
he watches it at
getting
least
memed on
once
it.
a week.
There's another one. So my dad's got a red heeler, blue heeler, like a real finger biter, ankle biter, herder. And it's this, the dog is up here, and there's a board with a bunch of holes through it, just the size of a hot dog. And he puts the hot dog up through the hole, the dog like, and then he pulls it out before the dog gets it.
Yeah,
so
like
it's like,
whack-a-mole.
It's so funny because the way the dog goes from like chill to
Yeah. It's so funny.
It's classic.
Oh, those are good ones.
Those are the good ones. Royal, let's kick it into gear here. What do you say?
Let's do it. All right, people, grab your seat. It's time for supper.
It's supper club time. It is supper club time.
Time to eat.
Supper. Where'd we eat, Roy?
Well, you know, I don't like to really bash on places, but we went to good old...
We'll start off with, it was good when we walked in.
I mean, yeah, it was...
Flamin' Joe's.
Flamin' Joe's on North Division.
This isn't bashing. We're just being honest, you know?
Across from the old Lowe's. If you're from Spokane and you know where the old Lowe's is.
Oh, before we go into this, somebody buy the old Lowe's and turn it into the coolest, like, laser tag / paintball gym ever. Could you imagine that? Like a zombie apocalypse type thing?
Yeah.
Every time I drive past that, I'm tortured. Anyway, Flamin' Joe's.
So anyways, yep, North Division, 7015, North Division, Spokane, Washington. And then they have another location out in the valley, which is 11618 East Sprague Avenue, Spokane Valley. I've never been to that location. I've only gone to the North Division.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's
what
way
road
out
is
there.
it on?
It's on East Sprague, but like almost to like Green Acres.
Oh, wow.
Well, maybe not that far, but it's past Bowdish for sure.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I've ever passed it.
But yeah. So yeah, I mean...
Well, let's just say, you know, some places haven't recovered from losing all their staff and having to shut down. I think that's basically what's going on there.
Nice. At one point, it was the only employee that was there was the cook. And no one knew where any of the other people were.
They're all overworked, Roy. They're out doing smoke breaks or something.
Yeah, she was something.
Let's focus on the food, though. I got the...
surprisingly, it all came out right.
Yeah, we got it right. I got a 12-pack of wings and a beer. And I went with the Parmesan garlic and the dry rub. Help me out here, Roy.
Did you also get the lemon garlic?
No.
Let me find it here for you.
I think it was a chipotle barbecue type situation.
Was it
Cajun. No.
Tatanka buffalo rub?
Tatanka?
Or was it the Raging Cajun?
Raging Cajun. That's what
there you go.
Yeah. So I am always a fan of getting a dry rub and a like grease bomb when I'm getting the wings, but I never get like the regular buffalo sauce ever. I don't know why. It was
hella spicy.
Yeah,
I think that's what was with those pickle spears.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever one of the things we got.
That probably was.
Tenders.
Yeah.
It will clear your sinuses.
The dip that came with it.
Yeah. I did ordered an appetizer of the pickle spears, and they were pretty decent. And then I did the 12-piece of original chicken wings.
Mm-hmm.
And I did 6 of them as the... I did driver for both because I got this whole thing going on.
Oh, that's right.
I do love a nice saucy wing, but it's a real disaster out in public. So I stay away from them unless I'm at my house. So I did one of them as the lemon pepper, which was pretty good. And then the other one I did was the brown sugar bourbon, which was a little too sugary. It was almost sweet. Like a dessert, like wing.
Right.
And then I did a big beer, so I was smart.
That's right. We all went with the...
I walked in that door, assessed the situation. I knew it was going to be a long haul to get anything after you get your order in. So I did the big old quart of beer.
Yeah, that was her one good joke, I would say.
That was all she had.
Who had the quart? We all got the Scottish... No, the flippin' A. What's the name of it?
It was the Cold Smoke.
Cold Smoke Scotch Ale, yeah. From Kettle Falls Brewing. Kettle House. Brewing. We've talked about that one before, I think.
It's a good one.
Tasty beer, and we also had some friends with us, so we had some other appetizers show up.
We did
the bacon wrapped tater tots.
Yep.
And the
Captain Crunch
chicken tenders, which
I think that was a bad deal. Because it was like 4 chicken tenders and it was like $14.
Yeah, and they did taste like a little sweeter than normal chicken tenders or whatever. But
served with their spicy ranch, so it wasn't their buffalo sauce. But dang, it was spicy.
Yeah, that was
real heavy on the spice, not very much on the ranch.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't
good.
even white. The sauce, it was.
That's why maybe it was their buffalo sauce.
Yeah, it does look like their buffalo.
The bacon balls is the. Nope. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what I got. Those were tasty. And then they
cheese munchers wrapped in jalapeno bacon.
Oh, really? Jalapeno, huh?
I didn't taste any jalapeno. Maybe because that sauce burnt all my taste buds
out. That's a good possibility.
But yeah, and then our other friends also got wings with like a fire sauce or something. But it all came out right, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting waiter / manager, supposedly.
To sum it up in a kind of a friendly way, she looked like she might have gotten called in last minute and
already had some things going.
Had some things going on already.
But yeah, she was a really nice person, but she probably shouldn't have been there that day.
We also got in there and sat there for like 20 minutes before.
And it was, when we got there, it was like a family of like 3 and then like 4 people at the bar. And then we were sitting right across from the bar, so I know that she had to have seen us.
Yeah, it was impossible not to see us.
Yeah, we were there for 2 hours. Barely made it to the movie, but it was good overall.
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend it, but I think I'd give them some time to get the staffing up.
Yeah, I remember it being a lot better.
Yeah,
I used to go back in like the early 2000s, like 2000.
It was always packed too.
Yeah. And we went on like a Saturday, like pre-St. Patty's Day festivities, so I would have figured it would have been pretty packed.
Yeah.
But not so much.
Not so much.
But yeah, if you want wings and you don't really care if they're cooked a lot, like overcooked almost,
yeah,
probably go there. Had some little crispy ones.
That's probably a good point to just leave it at, you know? It's a locally owned Spokane place.
But yeah.
So... Yeah, but some people you got to know if you need to do better, just like I'm talking about with that podcast.
Yeah, there you
go. This is just
that was our
little
first
critique.
Not great review of a place.
Yeah, which is too bad, but I'm sure they'll be back and be better.
Probably try to get in 10 more years.
I really think it's a staffing thing because they didn't have enough people there.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, just don't expect much.
Let's move it on, Roy.
All right.
Cheers. It's happy hour. It's happy hour. Well, Roy, let's get some cocktails going.
Yeah, I'm about to finish this one.
I think you've got some updates, don't you?
For the bar.
Yeah.
I am now, I think, fully furnished. I bought those bar stools last episode for the actual bar.
Here, wait. Let me
make the drink while
I do this? Let me grab the ice and stuff and cups.
Okay. I'll just keep talking.
Or should we have our cocktail during...
We need to make it so it's ready for the movie.
Yeah, we do.
But anyways, so I bought those bar stools last week for the actual bar, which are pretty retro-y. I mean, the whole guy's house that I bought it from was like, you step back in time. So I think that was his gig. But yeah, so I bought those, and then this week... I was just cruising, I guess it was last weekend, through Facebook, and I found 2 sets of adjustable bar stools with bar tables. 2 sets for $150. And so I hopped on that deal. So now I have a total of 7 bar stools, 2 tables, and then I'll have the bar and everything also. So I think I don't need to buy any more furniture for the bar until I get the outside area going, but we already have patio furniture, so that'll probably just sit over there. And then now I'm just trying to find a door because I don't want the shed door to be the door.
Yeah.
And so those are hard to come by on a marketplace for a reasonable price. So when one pops up next, I'm going to go for it. I might go with sliding glass door too, to get more light. And then you don't have to worry about the door swinging up and taking space, one way or the other.
What about barn door?
No, I don't want that.
So I mean like a sliding barn style of door.
Well, no, because I want it to also be sealed.
Okay, that's what you just said, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, yeah, so I'm looking for an exterior door or possible sliding glass door that's not complete junk.
You sure turned your nose up at that antique door I sent you.
Well,
what was wrong with that one?
It's wood, and we have a wooden back door, and when the seasons change, either it opens super easy, or you got to arm wrestle it to open it because it swells.
That's part of the fun.
Expands and contracts. No, I don't want that.
If you get in here in December, you're not leaving until March.
Yeah, no. I don't want to be yanking on the door so hard the stuff falls down on the inside.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's why I like that door.
I like the slider idea.
Yeah. There is one right now on Facebook Marketplace for $50, but it looks like it's definitely seen some better days. But yeah, so that's all I got for my updates. I'm going to try to empty out the shed maybe tomorrow.
Nice. That table you got in the stools was sweet.
That was sweet.
That was cool.
So those will probably sit back where the shed door is currently, like one in each corner.
I don't really have a firm grasp of what the layout is in there.
Well,
I just know the roof is going up, the things are turning.
8 feet by 12 feet.
Okay.
The door currently is on the 8-foot side.
And you're putting it on the
12-foot side, yeah, because I'm going to board that door up and put a window there, which I already have the 2 windows from when my neighbor put new windows in his garage like 6 years ago.
By the way, I sympathize of not being able to express your vision clearly.
Yeah.
I completely get it.
Tough. Now that you showed me what was in your head by someone else's Pinterest, I'm guessing,
it
makes a lot more sense.
Like I'd use Pinterest, Roy. I'm a man.
But yeah, so hopefully we'll get going on that here pretty soon. That's all I got.
Nice. I guess I got a little update. Well, I've changed one idea I had. I was going to go with a church pew.
Yeah.
I found a free one. And I think I'm just not going to go for that. I'm going to go more stools. No. Okay. No, I checked it out and it was 14 feet long. So I could have cut it up and made it.
That was all gin.
Oh,
all gin at the
gin
bottom.
Goes to the bottom.
Yeah.
But I've decided not to do that because I'm just gonna. I think I might do a the bar, the stools, and then behind it maybe 2 spools.
Yeah.
Because every now and then you can find them free, but usually they're
spools,
like $50, $100. I'll cut off. Why doesn't anybody ever cut off the bottom
of the spool?
Yeah.
Because that's what keeps the center together.
Well, you just put a strap around it or something.
Yeah, then it's gonna close in on itself.
You put some stuff in the middle.
Trust me.
I'm just saying, people should. I mean, there's a lot left.
You could cut down the sides, but it's like a wine barrel, man. Like those.
Okay.
Slats are
Wait,
in a
know
track.
what I'm talking about, right? The bottom
like
part of the spool.
Yeah.
But the bottom part that sits on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am very familiar with. Yeah, but then this part will not work, man.
Then you just put straps around it, like a wine barrel.
It's not cut like that, though.
Okay, then you don't cut off the whole bottom. You just cut it. Leave. Okay.
But then it's gonna be super top heavy.
You shit on my wallpaper idea. And
trust me about this, all right?
I'm about to hold all my ideas.
I've seen many a spool in my day, and many a spool tables. We had a spool table in our backyard for a long time.
Okay, well, I was assuming there's probably a good reason why nobody ever cuts the bottom off.
Because if you do that, the whole thing will fall apart.
But it's just more of a reason to be the first, right?
Yeah, you can be probably the 100th guy that's tried this and found out why everyone said don't do it.
That's probably why there's some of them are free, because they already
when you
screwed
see them
up.
already in pieces, it's like, oh, here's a free spool, you know. I don't know what happened to it. I found it this way.
Okay, fine. Call off your dogs.
Just trust me on this one. I mean, if I'm wrong, go ahead and leave a comment on YouTube or Facebook or whatever.
If I can get... I'm going to do it. I will do it.
I'll be there.
You have reinforced my will.
Okay.
All right, we should tell the people what we got going on here.
Since the movie we went to didn't have a cocktail in it, and this is our episode 10, we're just going to do what we enjoy the most, which is a good old Manhattan.
It's the king.
This is what started mine and Ryan's drinking friendship. Was this drink at his family's property, and I showed up there with a growler of beer from Priest Lake Brewing, and he said, "Hey, you want to try a Manhattan?" And I'm like, "Sure, I'll try a Manhattan. Why not?" Yeah. And he tried to tell me what was in it. And I'm like, "Oh, okay, sure, whiskey, yeah." And he walks over, like, I don't know how to, like, the property, like, there's trailer here, that's his dad's, and he parks his here, so you're, like, kind of in, like, this little nook.
You're kind of funneled in.
Yeah, and so you have to go this way, and he has his own bar.
Yeah, we got the camp bar.
A travel bar.
Yeah.
Camp bar. And he's just sitting there, he's like, all right, so, a little bit of this, some of this, some of that, and, like, a little tiny Dixie cup. And he's like, here you go. And I drank it, and let me tell you what, it was a hard drink to swallow. It was rough.
That's why you have to serve all of your drinks with a lot of personality. Yeah. You know?
And I ended up drinking mine and Andrea's because she drank it. She's like, nope, not my drink.
Jeez, I'm butchering these cherries.
But yeah, it has definitely gotten way better now that he actually measures and knows what he's doing. Oh, not trying to Tom Cruise it and throw bottles around his back.
Yeah, hey, bartender, you ever had a red eye?
Yeah. Well, yeah, so it's a really good drink.
The great Don Poffenroth of Dry Fly told me, he looked me straight in the eye. Mm-hmm. Ryan, you really need to measure those.
Yeah, and it's true.
Because I was telling him that story.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Little dinner party.
And we've been drinking them ever since. It was a long, hard-fought journey on an unpaved road. But we've made it to the big leagues now.
They're just
got it down.
Now they're just perfect. So you can see in the YouTube video, we use the Sazerac Rye whiskey, which is like a Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, Buffalo Trace's
product.
Rye.
And Roy, just to save you your embarrassment, I'm going to pronounce it.
All right.
The Kikuchi. No.
I think it's Kokchi.
Kokchi. You gotta say it with an accent, or else it doesn't make any sense. Kikuchi Strakugu Vermouth de Torino.
Yes.
I've never noticed that Storico word in there.
Yeah, me neither.
I
really did relabeling. This is definitely the best vermouth for this, we think. We've tried many of vermouth, but this seems to be the one that we enjoy the most. And this rye, the Sazerac rye, is what they use at the bar at the Grand Davenport Hotel downtown, which is why we started using it, because we had one there.
And did you mention the bitters?
The Angostura
and Ghostra
Aromatic Bitters.
Aromatic.
Whatever.
That's how I've always said it.
Doesn't matter. This is the biggest bottle you can buy. It's lasted us for a long time.
Roy got it, and I wrote the date on it just so we would know how long it took to finish. And we got it June 15th, 2021. So we're almost coming up on a year, and I'd say we're halfway through.
Look at that. You can get the small bottle and it lasts plenty.
Yeah.
But I saw this bad boy and I was like, gotta do it.
Both bottles last an eternity.
Yeah.
Let's just put it
so this one's gonna probably make it to 2023.
Let's take our first drink here. Cheers.
Episode 10.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
It's the king.
It's so good.
it did take a long road to get to the right ingredients.
Yeah.
And now I kind of enjoy making different ones with the right ingredients.
We also took
right proportions.
10-week break from these.
Yeah, and now they're just
doing all these podcasts. We just do this, and then we drink what we drink, and then podcast the rest of the night.
And which we never. I mean, I never drink like screwdrivers and stuff like that. So it's been fun to taste it up again. And just so everyone knows, Roy got me these for my birthday.
Yeah,
Christmas. I think they showed up late, but in between the two.
No, it was your birthday.
Okay.
So I remember at Christmas you're like, "Oh, I'm getting some glasses." I'm like,
"Oh yeah."
Or after Christmas.
Thanks, Mom. I love those glasses, by the way.
After Christmas, your mom's like, "Oh, my mom ordered me some glasses." Like, damn it, I just ordered them fucking glasses.
It says the Lundbar, home of the world famous Manhattan.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a joke between us because I always say if it's world famous, you gotta try
it. Gotta try it. And he does. I've seen him do it numerous times.
I've eaten a lot of stuff I don't like based on that.
Famous.
But it's fun. It makes you try new stuff.
So now you've eaten a lot of world famous dishes.
Yeah, I should start making a log.
Yeah. Captain's log.
Let's should we proceed or what?
Are we gonna do our ranking of our drinks from the
episodes? Yeah, we are, Roy. Thanks for
all right, so this is episode 10, end of the season. So originally we were gonna try to drink each one.
We're gonna have a drink-a-thon.
But we decided for our health and our wife's sanity, we weren't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Mostly for the wife's sanity.
Yeah, we still might power through these later tonight.
So we got 10 drinks that we've done. Well, I guess 9. This one.
Yeah, this is obviously the first.
It's our real number one in our heart. So we did the Harvey Wallbanger for game night.
Roy, just rank them.
We're just going to rank them? All right. So my number one, we're going to do...
Tell me yours. 9, 8, 7.
My 9 is the Tequila Sunrise. I don't know. Maybe it was just a miss.
Here, say them all, and then we'll talk about them.
The Dubonnet was my number 8.
8?
And the Vesper Martini / Neon Moon was my number 7. I know it's going to sting a bit.
No.
That's all right.
I have those exact same 3 in the exact same order. Oh,
nice.
That's funny. Yeah, Tequila Sunrise, the Dubonnet, and the Vesper Martini.
Yeah.
Maybe if we had a real Vesper, it would...
be different.
We should try to get that Lily Blanc stuff.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
I have to stop in there one day.
Yeah.
So the Vesper Martini, it wasn't anything.
It's basically
it was a good drink,
gin and vodka mix.
Out of all the drinks that we've done, though, like I would drink most of these if someone gave them to me. Yeah. But if I had to choose I don't know. The Dubonnet, it was fine, but I don't know.
A little too sweet, really.
It's like a dessert thing, maybe, or like a one and done.
The Vesper, if I wanted to get a lot of people's parties started quick, I'd be like, we're doing back-to-back Vespers, and you got 30 minutes to finish them.
Yeah, that would get it going.
That would.
So those are mine, 9, 8, and 7.
Okay, so I'll read my 6, 5, 4.
All right.
I went, this is... I don't know how accurate this is, but I did write it. Did the Black and Tan and Jameson.
Oh, for 6?
Yeah. Mostly just because I'm going to stick to the rules. I'm going to read them all.
Don't do what I did. Come on.
Black and Tan and Jameson, Harvey Wallbanger, and in number 4, Tom Collins.
Okay, interesting.
What do you got?
Those same 3.
No.
Different order.
Okay, good. Because this is going to be stupid.
Yeah, so I have the Harvey Wallbanger as my number 6. Mm-hmm. And then the Tom Collins is my number 5. And the Black and Tan and Jameson is a number 4.
Okay. All right. I respect that.
Yeah.
And
that's just because I like Jameson, and the Black and Tan's a nice little something for the holiday.
I mean, a whiskey and a beer holds a really special place in my heart.
You get 2 for 1.
But I lowered it just because I'm kind of out of the beer mode.
Yeah, I get it. And the Tom Collins, that was fine. I don't know. It was just fine.
Yeah. I mean, we're like the worst people to drink these because we like whiskey.
Yeah. But I mean, still.
But they were tasty. Like, a lot of these were those one drink on the deck on a hot day type of drink.
Yeah, I'd drink a Tom Collins during the summer any day.
Yeah.
Harvey Wallbanger, that's just too much for me. The orange juice and...
So, a couple nights ago, I went on I'm trying to get rid of that bottle of Galliano. And I think, I made it in a short glass, and I kind of I zhuzhed it with some Galliano, and it was
better.
I liked it a little more. I also had a horrible hangover the next day.
Yeah, I did not like any of these. Like, I would not drink them ever again. But
right. You always, when you talk about drinks and beers and stuff, it's always like the Mount Rushmore of them. Like, you're always trying to knock off your favorites. So,
well, it's going to be hard to knock this bad boy off.
Yeah, I don't see it happening. I've tried many times. I've tried with many different recipes.
All right, so I'll do 3, 2, 1, I guess, huh?
Do it.
So number 3, old fashioned. You know?
Okay. Proceed.
I'm not proud of it.
Proceed. That's okay.
It's there. And then number 2 is the French 75. I did enjoy that. And then my number 1 was the mint julep. Oh, wow. Because I drank more of those after we did that episode than any of the other drinks that we've had. Yeah. And it's a tasty drink.
That I would have to agree. Mine, number 3, French 75. Number 2, the old fashioned.
Okay.
Number 1, mint julep.
Nice.
I also drank a ton of mint juleps after we made those.
I actually now have the official mint julep.
Yeah,
cups
you do.
Now. I get that as a Christmas gift.
Yeah,
that's how much I drank it at the house. I got the glasses for a Christmas gift.
They are pretty cool glasses,
and the wife likes them, so it's nice. That you can just make one drink for everybody. Because if I do like this, I have to make her something else.
Do you ever have a drink that you taste for the first time, and then instantly somebody pops into your mind? They're like, "That's the drink I'm going to make them."
No.
No? Well, I
can't say that I do.
Lightning. Well, our friend Justin, I mentioned him a couple episodes ago with the nerddom on Discord or whatever. He would like a mint julep.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure of it.
Oh, we're going to have to do him camping.
Yeah. I mean, the best part of the mint julep, you drink it, we already talked about how you make it. So it's basically like this whiskey, mint, sugary Slurpee.
It's a drink it down for adults,
and you just refill it.
And the top off is better.
Yeah, I think so. The mint has gotten in there. Yeah. Oh, it's too good.
I don't know. I don't know why it's so good because it's a lot of ice.
Have you ever? I'd never had one before or even really heard of it. Apparently, it's like the big thing with the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, it's the official drink of the Kentucky Derby.
Even everyone I mentioned it to, everyone was like, "Oh, you watching horse racing? Is that why you're making it?"
Like, it's a very high class drink that doesn't look very high class.
Right.
The classy thing about it is the actual cup it's supposed to be in.
Yeah.
Because it's literally a snow cone with alcohol.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my rankings. That's your rankings. Pretty close.
Pretty
Just
close,
off by one here and there.
We got the bottom of the list right. Tequila Sunrise, if I made it again, I'd put a way more grenadine in it.
I'd be willing to give it another shot, but...
Oh, okay. All right. Sounds good. All right, let's move it on before Roy changes his mind.
Yeah.
It's time to dive into the segment of the week.
The Batman.
Or if you're going more emo, it's like, I'm the Batman.
Yeah, the Batman.
I'm the Batman, guys.
All right, so it's the newest Batman installment. Yeah. I think it's the start of a new franchise.
And just so you know, we're not going to spoil the movie here.
Because neither of us took notes because we watched it in a theater.
Yeah.
And we're very responsible.
But we are going to talk about it. I don't think there's really much to spoil other than if you're like saying main plot points, but nothing... It's a good show.
So,
Go ahead, Roy.
Came out this year, PG-13. It's a long one. 2 hours and 56 minutes. It's a long time to be in a theater.
It is.
But worth it, I think. The Rotten Tomatoes, it's certified fresh. The tomato meter was 86% by the critics.
Oh, wow.
And the audience ratings, 88%.
Oh, wow.
So just a little bit above.
When we saw it a little bit ago, it was like 100 and 100, wasn't it?
Yeah. But more people have seen it now. The rating's going to drop. But yeah, so you got good old Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne / Batman.
Batman.
And then you got Zoe Kravitz as Selina Kyle / Catwoman.
Yeah, I didn't know.
And then
I don't think I ever heard her name in the movie.
Here's our Matrix.
Yeah. Well, what do we got?
Good old Jeffrey Wright as Lieutenant James Gordon.
Oh, yeah.
Who's also the fake FBI agent in Game Night. And then he's the CIA agent in 007. No Time to Die. Never stops, Ryan.
I did not even catch this one.
Oh, I was there.
You're on the ball.
Yep. Colin Farrell as Oz / the Penguin.
Yeah.
And then Paul Dano as the Riddler. And
that creepy child molester
Yeah.
that moonlights on it as an actor.
Yeah.
He looks just
He
like a
is
child
creepy,
molester.
Yeah. John Turturro is Cameron Falcone, and good old Andy Serkis. Is that right? Serkis? Serkis.
I'd go like Cirques.
Yeah, Serkis is Alfred. And he also is the guy that plays Gollum.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I've seen that.
In the Lord of the Rings franchise. Or Hobbit.
The eyes sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's the main cast. It's like a young Batman. You have the Catwoman, the Penguin, and the Riddler as the main
squad there.
People.
It is a long movie.
Yeah.
I want to get this all out of my system.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a little too long.
Yeah.
But if you see it in the theater first, it's like the length is like that's the place to see it.
Yeah.
I wish there was. It's like they released the director's cut into the theater, and then they're gonna release the shortened version.
Yeah, I mean it was really good. Robert Pattinson did a surprisingly good job as Batman. I think.
Yeah, he's got a legit punch. I mean, you can't not. I mean, if you don't know how to throw a good punch,
he was a vampire, so he's been around the world many a times.
You mean those sparkly in the sun, like running really fast guys?
But yeah, so he did really good.
Yeah, I liked him.
He was pretty dark. It's definitely probably the darkest Batman movie. Oh, there's no parties, no glamour or glitz at all.
There's no rich Bruce Wayne. It's speaking of grunge, one of the best songs I've heard in a movie. Like it really matched the atmosphere.
Oh yeah,
and
I'll let you do it.
Think it's spoiling it. Something in the Way by Nirvana.
Yeah, but like eerier.
But just like kind of maybe they slowed it down by a half beat because it's just like. It's the is it the unplugged version?
Maybe.
Do they do
It's
that
a creepy
unplugged?
ass version of it, and it's already kind of a creepy song.
Fun fact about that song is they were trying to record it. I might be mixing this up with other stuff, but they're in the studio or whatever, and Kurt Cobain's getting like all pissed that he can't like get the studio and everyone to get it. Mm-hmm. So he lays on the couch on his back and is strumming that and singing it, and that's how the recording that ultimately got, because you're like, that's how the spot he had to get into.
Yeah, because he was underneath the bridge, which is pretty much the park they have for him in Aberdeen. It's underneath the bridge, pretty much. Yeah. That's pretty sad. Mm-hmm. But that is a very great song.
They played it twice, I think.
Yeah, 2 or 3 times for sure.
In the beginning.
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah.
Favorite part? Did you have a favorite part? Oh, I'll give you my favorite theater part.
Okay.
It's when the Batmobile is introduced.
Oh yeah.
That was cool.
That'll get you fired up.
That was like worth seeing it in the theater.
Maybe the most realistic Batmobile.
Yeah.
And
Old
it's
school.
Still kind of out there though, but
yeah, it's not like a tank
still.
Yeah.
But it's like a GTO or like
it sounded like a manual
Charger or something.
You could hear him shifting.
Yeah. It was good. No crazy militarized crap.
No.
I mean, the wheels kind of look like they came off a Humvee, but other than that, it's something totally that a guy could build in his garage, like without too much fabrication.
Cool. I think, would you say, is this your favorite
Batmobile
style of Batman, like movie, or?
I don't know. It'll be hard.
Don't you kind of have to have another one with him in it to really?
Well, yeah, they're gonna do it's a whole nother franchise.
Well, I just mean like to officially set the tone of how it's gonna go.
Yeah, I mean probably. This one was really good. It was better than I was hoping it'd be really good, but it exceeded my expectations. Just because I was like, I don't know, Robert Pattinson as Batman.
Yeah.
That's more unbelievable than Ben Affleck. It's like, I didn't really care for Ben Affleck's one, so I'm like, I don't know if I like this.
Right.
But it was good.
I hate it when I have high expectations for anything, because it just, the world comes back at you and says, nope, nothing's as good as it's going to be. Yeah. But that lived up to it. I liked it.
Yeah, I don't know. My favorite scenes are probably the scenes when the Riddler is like having conversations with Batman.
Yeah.
Because those are like pretty creepy and intense.
Yeah. It's got way more of a detective Batman vibe than a
vigilante.
Like a superhero vibe.
Yeah, like he's hanging out with the cops and like going to the crime scene.
Yeah, and they're almost like meeting up to like figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did like those parts too.
Mm-hmm. And then I did enjoy. I can't remember his name. The guy that plays Falcone. He is, I think, an underrated actor.
Yeah. What do you know him most from?
Transformers as the crazy conspiracy theorist guy.
Isn't he in Rounders? That's where I was thinking.
Oh,
yeah, he's Matt Damon's like idol.
Oh.
I can't think of his flipping name. Maybe it's not him. I might be screwing that one up.
He's in Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one. Let's see. Something else that people would know him in. He's
Probably
been in a
Transformers is the biggest one.
Yeah,
he's a character. I mean, he's acted in just 100 roles. You see him everywhere.
He's always.
Oh, he's in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies, isn't he?
I don't think so.
Oh, I hate you, Roy.
Yeah. So Transformers, he's in like almost all those. Fell in 1, 2, 3, which was Denzel Washington, John Travolta, when it was like a subway train kind of version of Speed.
I think I saw that. Because I saw Speed.
Oh, I guess he is in Meet the or You Don't Mess with the Zohan. That's an Adam Sandler movie.
Oh, I never even saw that movie.
Well, yeah, so that's probably got to be what he's most. If you saw him, that's what you'd probably think of as Transformers.
Yeah.
I don't see Rounders on here. He's in Anger Management, Mr. Deeds.
Anger Management.
Oh, Mr. Deeds. He's the butler.
See?
Yeah, so you're right. You're right.
Thanks, Roy.
That hurts to say, but you're right.
I already got a heavy dose of I'm wrong today because you know that weird territory where
he is in Rounders. Oh, that's Joey Knish.
Knish.
There you go. Look at you. So yeah,
this feels good. You know, earlier today I went on a little bit of a trying to tell my wife how to breastfeed type of thing.
That wasn't smart. I'm surprised you're down here.
It didn't go over as well as my call on this actor who I'd already forgotten his name.
Yeah, so to keep it not too in detail, the movie, in case you want to go and see it, and I feel like tickets were cheaper than they were before the pandemic.
It's only $15 a person, right?
After tax, yeah.
I paid you, right? Yeah, I paid you.
Yep. Everyone paid up the Lyle.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
I'll get him. But yeah, so it was good. That's what we did for my 35th birthday celebration. We went to Flamin' Joe's with the boys, and then we went and saw Batman, like grown adults do.
Yeah.
On St. Patrick's Day weekend.
Yeah, that was a good time. It was nice to keep Lyle out of the bar for once,
fun.
And
then me and my buddy Tran, we hung out at my house for a little while and finished off the 12-pack that he bought before he came over.
Nice.
So that was fun. It was good.
Good deal. So in terms of your birthday, have I already put you on the spot and asked you about your words of wisdom?
Yeah.
Did you answer? Like, nobody seems to like that question.
I did. Where were we? Was that last Sunday? Last Sunday you asked me that. And I said...
Feel free to hit me with new stuff, too.
That it's good to try new things when it comes to alcohol. Like gin. And
I'm so glad you...
Yeah. So that was one of them. And
words of wisdom straight from the man.
Yep. And then I forget the other part was. There was another part, but...
You had me at try different types of alcohol, Roy.
No. Yeah.
You had
me. Good.
You got me there.
It's been a real growing year for me and alcohol this year. For trying new ones, not drinking more of it.
Right.
But yeah, so I mean, I can't remember the second half, but it was good too, I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, words of wisdom are like that. You just you have it in the moment.
When they're gone,
you
they're
give
gone.
The wisdom,
and then it's gone forever.
And then it's the other person's job to hold on to it.
So now you got to pass it on to somebody else, Ryan.
That's right.
Maybe your dad.
I will.
He needs to try some new alcohols.
I'll let him know. No kidding.
Not just different brands.
Right, I don't want that. I want my Lake Manhattan. That's what I want. That's it. He is so difficult. I can't. He's
fun though.
When he's holed up in the hospital or not. Why am I saying that? Not a hospital. Like when he gets old and more decrepit, he's going to be a handful. That one.
Oh yeah.
I don't want my popcorn microwave that long, Ryan.
Yeah. Just talking to him is just so
fun.
You never know what you're going to get, but it's always fun. It's always a good time.
A man of depth.
And he puts on a good bingo night.
And he can host a bingo night. I mean, it's a double threat.
Yep. And read good old American folk tales.
Yeah. That's probably, I think, one of his favorite things to do.
Yeah. That book is barely hanging on.
Oh,
you're gonna need to find that thing on eBay to get him a replacement. Well,
it's from all the weird articles he stuffs in there that he has to read for context.
Backstory.
Anyway, Roy, let's move it on here.
Alrighty.
Is that show uncapped?
We should recap it.
You're right, we should. Roy, we don't have anything to recap.
We don't have anything to recap.
We have not watched anything, but you did power through a bunch of Band of Brothers.
I did watch the whole series of Band of Brothers this week. I found a lot of actors that I didn't know were in it, just like that meme.
Yeah. Yep. And
Tom
you texted
Hardy.
me every single one.
Because it blew me away.
I had noticed most of those guys, except for the first one you sent me. I don't really know who he is.
It's oh my god, it's McAvoy.
Chris McAvoy.
Chris McAvoy.
John
he
McAvoy.
plays Xavier in the new X-Men's. He was also on.
I'm not a new X-Men kind of guy.
Oh my goodness! Gotta do this.
Sounds like an actor I don't care about. And as a friend, I thought you would know that about me, so I was just shocked that you would even send that to me.
Well, you should learn him.
Learned him?
Learned him.
I love it when that organ comes out. Like it just comes out it peeks its head.
Maybe it's James.
James McAvoy. That sounds right. What did I say, Chris?
James McAvoy. You said John.
John. Oh, that's
close.
Ballpark.
He's in Split.
Never seen it.
Marie Antoinette.
I mean, I know the story. Never seen the movie.
The Last King of Scotland. He's the
I've seen
reporter.
that. Oh, really? You did not persuade me, Nicholas. That's a good show. Okay, I know. But that's like the only movie he's been in.
No, he was in a ton of movies. He was in It Chapter 2, X-Men Dark Phoenix, Glass, because he's the guy from Split.
You're not wowing me. You're not wowing me.
Atomic Blonde, Split, the first one. X-Men Apocalypse, Victor Frankenstein, X-Men Days of Future Past, Muppets Most Wanted.
Those. Okay, now we're talking.
Punch, Arthur Christmas, X-Men First Class.
All right, you're embarrassing yourself.
You're embarrassing
Did
yourself,
you skip
Ryan.
Romeo and Juliet?
Oh, Romeo and Juliet. Okay, he was in that.
I mean, you think I'm just sitting over here not doing anything, Roy?
He was in Penelope, Narnia.
Oh, which one is he in Narnia?
He's
the weird
Mr.
kid.
Tumnus. He's the goat guy.
Thomas.
Yes.
He's the Narnian.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad it took until we get to his movie from 2005 for you to realize who he is.
Boy, he's got quite a gap in his good movies there. Last King of Scotland and Narnia.
Yeah.
Jeez, and I'm supposed to recognize him in Band of Brothers.
It was the same
where
time
he was
frame.
A goat.
Yeah. And then Michael Fassbender's in there. You know who he is? He plays...
I mean, I know he's more popular, but I don't really know him off the top of my head.
Oh, my God. Do we have to do this again?
I don't know. We're at 52 minutes here.
Okay, well, anyways. Michael Fassbender's in it.
Yeah.
Tom Hardy. Very, very young Tom Hardy.
Yes.
Barely recognized the guy.
Which one? I almost had it. I couldn't quite remember.
It's in episode 8 when they're in, like, Austria or Germany. And
the Eagle's Nest?
Opening, no, before that. That's like episode 10.
Yeah.
8's like when they're done fighting. They're in like a safe zone.
Replacements or something like that.
Yeah, and the first scene in the episode is Tom Hardy doing some German chick or some Swedish girl.
Gosh, you'd think I'd remember that.
Lieutenant Captain Savage comes in and asks where his silver is.
Oh, yeah. Savage? You mean Spears?
Spears, yeah. Well, he wasn't Savage.
Savage. He didn't talk to any of the... So I listened to a podcast, like a companion podcast on that whole thing, and Spears, like, didn't really like how he was portrayed on the show. Yeah.
Of a murdering madman that just shot 12 Nazi prisoners.
He was worried about
point blank.
War crimes and stuff like that, which I get. Oh,
good thing that was empty.
Yeah, good thing. So I just thought that was interesting. But like he had the support of all of his people, and
then Jimmy Fallon was like the supply lieutenant before they go to
kind
the
of
woods.
A weird cameo for him.
But good. It was good. He played it pretty good.
Oh, I thought you were.
I was busy trying to tell you who James McAvoy was. Yeah.
Okay, well.
So yeah, that's a recap of Band of Brothers, of who's in it.
There. I told you we had something.
It's about World War II and the Airborne.
Yeah.
506.
World War II.
Music company.
I mean, Band of Brothers, I think I've already talked about this.
I've watched it
I love that show.
Probably
I watch it every year.
8th time watching it.
Yeah. I mean, the narrator that, the one thing that really ruined it for me, though, that podcast I said I listened to, they interview a lot of the actors, and most of them are flipping British.
Yeah.
They all got this accent, and then they are these, like, the representing the best of Americans.
But Jimmy Fallon, I just said, are British.
You just said that?
No, but they are. James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, and Tom Hardy are all, like, British.
Who's Michael? Is Michael Fassbender Spears? That would blow my mind.
He's not.
Better not be.
He's just a private in, like, the last 3 episodes.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah, I just was shocked. Like, it's the pride of the American civilization, basically. The greatest generation, and it's represented by a bunch of British folk. Mm-hmm. It's too bad.
He was Steve Jobs in Steve Jobs. I don't know who he is.
Was Steve Jobs in Band of Brothers?
No. In Band of Brothers, he was. Let's see where it is.
This is what makes Manhattan so fun.
Yes, man. That's way back here in his catalog.
Boy,
he did a lot of...
I'm going to retitle this episode, Roy Looks Through His Phone for Answers.
Yes.
Do you have any words of wisdom? Let me pull up my new S45.
I won't do his whole name. I have to go through here. Jesus
Give me
Christ.
his first... Oh, you'll never get to it through that.
Oh, yes, I will. He's a big name guy.
No. You should have went IMDb.
This is IMDb.
Your mom's IMDb.
I will find it. You keep talking.
All right.
Tell a story. Ron Livingston's in it, too. Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yep. He's the main guy. You really don't know?
Of course I know that. I'm kidding.
Come on, next.
Jeez.
My favorite guy in it is Bull.
Oh, yeah. Bull Randleman. Mm-hmm. So every time I watch this show, I watch one episode and I'm just like totally watching it. And then the second episode, I just go down a Wikipedia binge on every name I hear. And I've looked all these guys up, and it's...
He was Burton P. Pat Christensen. 7 episodes.
Doesn't it just piss you off that they don't post a picture of who he was in the show?
Yeah. I mean, he looks like himself.
Not helpful at all.
But yeah, it's a great series. If you have HBO, I would recommend watching it. They're hour-long episodes, so...
Yeah. Worth it. Skip the intro. You got about 3-minute intro.
10 minutes. Longest intro to a show.
Yeah. I
might do the Pacific next.
It might rival Game of Thrones on the intro there.
It's long.
One other thing I'll say about that podcast I watched or listened to about that show is the guy that played Garnier and the guy that played, gosh, I can't remember, hung out with the real Garnier. Mm-hmm. And man, just listening to them talk about
they
him,
could be related in real life.
It's incredible. But they just talk about the real guys in such reverence, and they're like 80 years old, still drinking them under the table and that type of stuff, like drinking 19 Budweisers or whatever it is.
Man, I couldn't imagine. Being in that type of war.
Yeah,
nothing to protect you but the clothes that are on your back. Like, no thanks.
Yeah,
no proper supply or clothing.
We
had like the internet like at night most of the time.
Right.
Like we had bulletproof vests, bulletproof vehicles, like all the ammo you needed. I had like 270 rounds on me at all times.
Yeah.
Like to not get in a firefight with.
And they're like when they're going into Bastogne and they're just passing the guys that are leaving it, and all of a sudden they're start frisking them to get all their stuff.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
One of my favorite parts in that series is when one of the guys is like, "Hey, I can't remember who he's talking to. He's like, "Hey, doesn't this kind of remind you of Bastogne?"
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, except the fucking trees aren't exploding over my head."
There's no snow.
Yeah. Anyways, you should watch that. I think it's I think everyone should watch that.
Yeah, they should.
Mean,
it is probably one of the greatest depictions of the men and women that were involved in World War II.
Yeah.
On the ground. Like, not just D-Day.
Yeah.
But, like, the whole way through.
Yeah.
And then you should watch Pacific.
Not a lot of women in that show, though, Roy.
Well, the nurses and stuff like that.
There are some. They could use some more women in it, I suppose.
My favorite episode is when they made the German people in that town.
Oh, yeah. Bury the corpses
of the Jewish people in the concentration camp.
I mean, I can't imagine how angry those people were when they show up and there's a town right next to a camp.
Well, they had to have known.
Yeah, of course they knew.
Yeah.
I mean...
But they all act like they didn't.
Of course, then you know that if they act up, they'll get killed by...
Well, yeah.
You're just in it's shitty.
Like, why wouldn't that be the first thing you do when you know that they're all retreated? Like, tell the Americans, like, oh, yeah, just so you know.
No kidding.
There's a horrible, horrible thing happening, like, a block down the street.
Right, yeah.
You know? Like,
that's a good point.
But, yeah. Anyways.
A good point.
To end on a really sad, horrible part of history. No.
It is, but it's a really good series.
Yeah, it is.
Instead of repeating ourselves 1,000 more times about that, I guess we just tied the bow on this season of Supper Club Social.
See you in a week or two, probably.
Yeah, and you guys are going to love the next iteration of this show.
We will see.
All right. Have a good one.
Well, that's all we have for you guys today. Thanks for joining us. Make sure to join our club on Facebook at Supper Club Social. Underneath this week's episode, go and write a review of the drink if you've had it or if you decide to make it, and we will pick one or two of the comments and read them out on our next episode.
You can find us at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, our website at www.supperclubsocial.net. We look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Have a good one.
Take it easy. Nice.
I didn't know I had to do my part
You gotta do
again.
your part again.